So I basically had this crazy idea to write a bebop kind of jazz thing with the solo and everything, even though I know nothing about jazz. Bruh. So how did I go from having very little jazz experience to writing this and still having very little jazz experience, but more than at the beginning? Anyway, I'm now gonna break down all the steps I took. Step 1. Listening to jazz. Most important step, right away you have to listen to jazz to get a feeling for the whole music. So what did I do? I found this really good YouTube series, Jazz History. Your host and narrator is Chase Sanborn. Basically breaks down all the jazz history with a lot of music examples targeted to music students, and it's wonderful, it's great, I love it. And I found another channel called Walk That Bass, and this dude also breaks down the different jazz subgenres and the differences, and that's where it really clicked for me, and then I understood stuff and bebop and blue. So both these channels are linked in the description, of course. One thing I also would like to clarify is that it's not entirely true that I have no idea of jazz. Yeah, I have obviously some experience in writing music, as you can see on my channel. I also did some jazz things with my guitar teacher, Charlotte. And yeah, so step 2, harmony. So it all started with this little idea I had while playing guitar. And this gave me two important things. First, a key to work with, G major, and I had 2-5-1 chord progression, you see? 2-5-1. And I had to incorporate this because it's so typical of jazz. So then I looked at all the chords in G major, and then I started to rearrange them how I like. And that's why it's important to listen to the music, because then you get a feeling for it and you can just go by ear with a little bit theory back in mind. So these are all the chords I came up with, all in G major except the B part, which is in E minor, and then modulates back with the diminished chord to G major somehow. Good stuff. So this all sounds very jazzy and all, but it was not that bebop, I wanted to do more of that. So what did I do? I just increased the tempo a lot. Just makes it instantly more bebop-like, and then I just made the chords spicy as fuck. That's what I did. So I embellished them, added a 9th here, 11th here, flat 5 here. So I went from this boring stuff to this very spicy, interesting chord progression. So after setting the foundation to all this crazy stuff, I could go to the step 3, writing the melody. So basically just used chord tones. So I literally copied the MIDI file from the chords, then chose the notes I liked. Is it a crazy melody? No. Is it? It's okay, it's okay. The melody is played by the main guitar, by the piano in the high register, and by the other guitar, where the melody is incorporated into the chords, but more about that in the next step, step 4, instrumentation. So let's start with the drums. I played drums myself, but I never played swingy shit, so I had to figure that out. So I started with the basics swing groove, basically right swing pattern, then on 2 and 4 the hi-hat, and then feathering the kick drum, all 4 quarter notes. Then I just started to learn some basic comping pattern with the snare, so basically playing accents on the snare and the toms. And then I just dropped some bombs with the kick drum, so playing accents on the kick. And then I just decided to program the whole drum part, because there's no way I can swing that fast, never. Then for the bass, I wrote a nice little walking bass line. Nothing too crazy, just choose chord tones again with some passing tones here and there. Then for the piano, to be honest, I didn't got too much into piano, jazz piano playing, so I just outlined the chords with the piano, playing the melody in the high register with the right hand and the chords in the low register with the left hand. Then I somehow arranged it so it sounds okay, but it's really not that accurate, I think, of what a real jazz pianist would play. That also applies for the drums and bass a little bit, so I just linked some helpful tutorials in the description. Then for the guitars, there are 2. With the first one, I just played the chords in a way, in the voicing, that the highest note is always the melody. So for instance, for this B minor here, I use this inversion, or drop 3 voicing to be exact, instead, so this B is at the top because it's in the melody, so it sticks out more. Another example, instead of this E minor 7, play it in this way, so that you can hear the melody throughout the chords. I hope you get the idea. By the way, playing this chord melody stuff really helped me to understand the chords and how they work on the fretboard a lot better, because you have to play the chords in a specific voicing on a specific part of the fretboard, so you have the melody on top. So I can only sincerely recommend you to try chord melody stuff yourself. It's wonderful. So then the main guitar just plays the melody in a single note manner, and then for the second part of the song, after the head, it just goes on to soloing, and that's exactly the next step, step 5, writing the solo. So that's usually the part where all the improvisation stuff starts, but as you notice throughout the video, I'm still at the beginning of my jazz journey, so there's no way I can just improvise bebop lines, but I am working on it. Look here. Ooh. Anyway, I just wrote the solo. And for the solo, I basically completely went by ear. There is not much theory involved, none to be exact. And that's why it's so mandatory to listen to the music. Once you pound that stuff in your head, you can just hear bebop lines. Anyway, the solo turned out pretty okay, nothing too crazy. Definitely very chromatic at times. But I'm a little bit proud of myself for creating this, so okay, now I think everything is set. I'm just gonna present to you the final thing here. Conclusion, what have I learned? A lot. First, I really started to listen and to appreciate this music, which is great, and I learned so much about the harmony and melody. And that's big thumbs up from me here to jazz. When you look at my other videos, you will also notice that I really like to wander into different fields and just learn new stuff, and take the tricks I learned and incorporate it in my own music. By the way, I just dropped a new song not that long ago. It's called Burrell. It's out on YouTube and Spotify and everything. And after this shameless plug right here, you can subscribe too, by the way. I would like to thank you for watching this mess of a video, and it was very nice with you guys, and bye.